how to use your intuition to stay in your heart and out of your head. In this video, I'm gonna share with you the telltale signs that you are in your head, not in your heart, and how to reconnect back to your intuition, to your heart space, and back to yourself so that you can have more ease and flow. Hi, I'm Sonia. I'm a fourth generation intuitive, and I teach people how to reconnect to their innate divine GPS, their intuition. And today we're talking about how to stay out of your head, what we call in my family the bad neighborhood, and stay connected to your heart space. That place that connects, that place that loves, that place that is your joy, your magic, your creativity. It is your power. So if you're new here, hi, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Don't forget to hit subscribe. I release new videos every week. And this week, we're talking about the head and the heart and intuition. When we're talking about our head's the part of our intellect, is the part of us that organizes the world around us. And we are so saturated, not only in information overload, but exhaustion. And because the intellect, that thinking mind, our head's job is to not only discriminate, but help us navigate and organize, it gets exhausted. There are big telltale signs that you are in your head. You are in your head when you are overthinking. You can't make a decision. When you are critical of yourself, of other people, you're in your head when you can't find a solution. When you look at people as me versus you. The head loves to be right at any expense. It'll burn down your house, torture relationships, and will also leave you all alone and unsatisfied. The funny thing is, even when we connect to that headspace, we listen to it, and when it navigates and drives, even when it gets what it wants, it's not what it wants. Because part of that thinking mind is insatiable. It's our monkey curious mind that asks for more and more and more. And nowadays, with people who are all over the political spectrum, the life spectrum, the world spectrum, we can easily get into our heads. And when we're in our heads, a big way that you can tell is it says, how are we different? Instead of asking the question of the heart of how are we the same? When we are in our heads, we are protective of ourselves and protective of our heart space and protected in life. But the interesting thing is the head isn't a good protector, because what it does is it doesn't draw boundaries. Boundaries is a container where you know that you are safe, where you can reside. It puts up walls. And even with those walls, it talks all the time. So how do we get out of our head? How do we use our intuition to stay into our heart space? Well, first of all, check out my link below. I have a spiritual toolkit. It's full with really great tools to connect you to your heart space and to your intuition. But when we're talking about the heart space, we are talking about the essence of you. When you first came into the world, you came in with an open heart. Spend any time around little kids and they are curious and connected and joyful and open and funny and receptive. They live in their heart space because they're not in their heads. They're not constantly judging the people that go in and around them. And when we connect to our heart space, we drop out of the chatter of our mind, going from here, where we get so disconnected, like with our phones and the internet and news and information and TV and work and everything. We get so stuck here and get disconnected from our physical bodies and disconnected from our heart space. And there it's lions and tigers and bears, oh my, as my mom always said, we call it the bad neighborhood. Now, the best way that we're supposed to live is with our heads and our hearts. And the thing about our intuition is it resides in our heart space because it is connected. You know, your intuition is connected to the voice of your spirit. That is your intuition. And your spirit is your innate divinity. that is what connects all of us. Just that same spirit. We are all one spirit. And why that is so important and even remarkable is that it is you. And it's a returning to, not something that we have to get out of. We have to recognize that our heads are often critical because we've been hurt or wounded, and the way that we've learned to protect ourselves is having to think about it. And when we're thinking about it, we think about people's roles, thinking about our stories, thinking about why, how, who, where, what, when. You know, that's how we can tell another thing, right? Our hearts, though, are in the present moment. Our intuition resides in the present moment. So first thing of using our intuition, using, how do we get out of our heads and using our intuition, how do we connect to our heart space? Notice, is your mind constantly chattering? Is it black, white, right, wrong, good, bad, all, nothing? Is it constantly thirsting for more information? You are in your head. And you know what? You are in the past, you are in the future, you are in a story, you are in a made up story. So notice. The moment that you notice is when you start to give yourself more space. Second, take a breath. Our breath is connected to our spirit. And when we are in our thinking minds, we get disconnected from our breath. When you're in anxiety and overthinking, our breathing is shallow. We breathe into our shoulders, we breathe into our neck, our whole body becomes scrunched and we aren't even aware of it. So you take a deep breath in through your nose, imagine like you're breathing in your belly button. And even let out the sound It clears what we call the chimney. That is your throat. The throat is the chimney to the heart space. And that allows us a little bit more room to breathe. I encourage you to use that breath a few times, even just like, We do it naturally when we're stressed. And that is a way that we get out and start to connect back. Third way that we can easily connect to our heart and get out of our head is start to name the things that we love. We get so stuck in negativity, what's not working, what we're not doing well, what we have to do, that the moment that you start to name the things that you love, I love socks, I love my guitar, I love music, I love dancing, I love giggling, I love sparkles, I love cooking, I love chocolate chip cookies. Really good ones with like good chocolate. You'll notice that the vibration shifts. And even for you, even if you're not feeling it, when we start to name the things that we love, it instantly connects us to our heart space. And also something else happens that's interesting is we start listening. You start asking, what are the things that we love, that I love, which creates an opening. When we are in a listening state, that is the faculty of our intuition. And last but not least, because again, I could do a whole series on this, a really big way that why we get stuck in our heads, disconnected from our hearts, is we don't move. Our society has become very sedentary. And when we are disconnected, all that information, and especially nowadays where like you open your phone or YouTube or whatever, and it can feel like getting zapped, that energy gets stuck into our bodies. And if we don't have an outlet to channel that, it turns into a little rotisserie chicken on a spit of negativity, of doing more, of blah, 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 that will electrocute you and disconnect you. So take your dog for a run. That can be put on a song and dance. Go for a walk around the block. Do a yoga class. Stretch, even just run for a minute, anything to return you back to your physicality. Take a hot bubble bath, something that connects you back to the vessel of where your spirit resides. And that in and of itself will help you return. And if you're really struggling and your head's being super negative, recognize that it just has a little bit of information. It's not really telling the truth. So you can empty the garbage. Get out a journal, have some sort of safe place that just lets you dump. And instead of talking about the problem, talk about how you feel about the problem. And just write for 20 minutes. And you'll find if you do that for multiple days, it will help to alleviate and move that energy, giving that thinking mind a place to be heard and quiet. So, are you someone that gets stuck in your head? What's your favorite way to connect back to your heart space? I would love to hear from you. Leave your comments below. And like I said, if you would like more tools on how to connect to your intuition, to your heart space, and get out of your head, I definitely check out below in the comment, I don't know, it's not the comments, the description, there we go, that's the word. My spiritual toolkit. It's filled with a guided meditation that will lead you back to your heart space to connect with your spirit, a beautiful workbook with tons of tools that will help you, and it's free. Check out my soul type quiz to find out what your disposition is so that you can better know your spirit type. And as always, I have tons of resources on my website, soniatully.com. Don't forget to sign up for my newsletter. I send tips, tools, all sorts of beautiful things for you. And if you haven't already, check out the podcast that I do with my mom and my sister called It's All Related. We talk about what it means to really live an intuitive life, and because it's important to talk about it. I am so grateful for your time. It was beautiful connecting with you today. From my heart to yours, I am sending you all my love. Don't forget to hit subscribe, leave me a comment. I love hearing from you. And last but not least, if you need some support, don't forget to book a soul reading with me. We get clear on your purpose, your burning questions, what's going on for you right now, and more. And also, if you have any other videos that you'd like to hear, leave them in the comments. Sending you all my love. Bye.